Hi, this is Neonite, and I'm doing a Plush Collection because you all wanted this. Why, I will never know, but let's go ahead and get started. And obviously you gotta start with the main man, Mario. I think this Mario is pretty standard, and I won't be saying like where I got them from because honestly, some of these guys are so old I cannot remember if they're by Sine or Little Buddy. I don't even think this Mario is from either of those. I do not know where he's from. I don't. We have Tanuki Mario, the only power-up version of Mario I own, and that's because I love the Tanuki suit. And one of these days, I need to get like a cat suit or a fire-up power version. That would be really cool. But in the meantime, this is all I've got. Two variations of Luigi, and here's the first one. This one I got with the other Mario, and it's pretty obvious considering you can kind of tell like the similar stitching and all that. I don't like this Luigi as much because A, his neck is all over the place and flip-floppy, and 2, look at all that chin. A, it's dirty, and B, it's just like, why is his chin so big? Why are his eyes like so hidden? I just don't like this plush very much. And then of course we have Luigi himself, the main man, because you know, Luigi's iconic and stuff. And yeah, this Luigi's pretty great too. Also, yes, I do in fact know that this is Luigi's Mansion plush. I took this vacuum, the Poltergeist, I don't know which Poltergeist variation this is supposed to be, but it was originally on his back, and it was stitched on, and I decided, hey, what if we took this and took it off? And so now I can just kind of put it back on, and, boom, I have a Luigi without the Poltergeist and with it. So yeah, I love this plush, and I also like this, I like this a lot. Pretty good plush. And of course we have Nintendo's main princess, Peach. I don't like that her hair is constantly doing this. Like, I always feel like I'm having to flatten it back down. Also, this part used to be stitched on her back, but then it kind of came undone. And, hey, now if I want, Super Saiyan Peach, there you go. But anyway, also a bit on the older side, but still pretty great, all things considered. Here's Daisy, aka Peach with a personality. I used to think that this was a stitching mistake and that it was supposed to be up here, but I've seen every single plush of this Daisy with the hair down here, so I think that's actually supposed to be intentional. I'm not sure. Also, this earring is always seeming to like do this for some reason. I don't know why. It just annoys me. But otherwise, I like Daisy a lot. I have Toad. Because, you know, it's Toad. Toad's pretty great, right? Hey, you guys love Toad, don't you? You guys love Toad, don't you? Yeah, no, I don't like Toad that much. But, weird thing about this plush, if we take him and put him next to Enter Blue Toad, yeah, I don't get this. Why is this Toad smaller? You see this height difference, don't you? I don't get it, and it's not that that blue Toad is tall, because this yellow Toad here is the same situation. Why? Why is the red Toad the midget? Also, speaking of which, here is Blue Toad and Yellow Toad. I actually like these two a lot. For some reason, this Yellow Toad's, like, the mushroom part of his head is kind of lower than the Blue Toad's. I'm not sure why, but, eh. And we have Toadette. I used to have a much older Toadette. I will probably put a picture on the screen, but that thing got torn apart because it was ugly and honestly probably one of the worst plushies I've ever had the displeasure of owning. But this Toadette's pretty cool. I like the pigtails, actually. It's actually pretty decent. Here is Captain Toad, the same height as Blue Toad and Yellow Toad and Toadette. And it's, pretty awesome. He also came with these two little things. The pickaxe, which was on this hand, and this turnip. I took the turnip off because now it can be used as a projectile of Princess Peach in the Smash Bros. Series, and pickaxe, just Just like, I don't think Captain Toad needs to be carrying this around 24/7. And then we have the last and final Toad. And he is a big boy. Like, seriously. We put these two side by side. Toadsworth is big. And I don't know why. But, yeah. Okay, get out of here. I'm not talking about you anymore. This is Toadsworth. He's a custom. I'm not sure by who. But he's not official. He's a pretty good plush. I like the little staff you can just bonk someone with. Like the little bow tie. Yada blah 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 blah. Next up we have Cappy. Cause yeah, I like Cappy. Little ghost. Probably should put him in more videos, shouldn't I? And then we have one of my personal favorite Nintendo characters, and that's not just because I am addicted to Mario Galaxy, but just because of her story and everything, Rosalina. One of the greatest Mario characters, if not video game characters in general, for me. And this plush is one of the best. Only problem is this little part, it came undone one time, and that was sad, but everything else is great. I like that they actually still put the eye there. Oh, keep that down. I don't know why, but that freaks me out, seeing Rosalina with, like, both eyes just looking dead ahead. I just don't like it. But everything else. Great. And another detail I really like, if you look at the little, like, shoes on her, unlike Peach and Daisy, which are, like, the same material as, like, her hands and, like, dress and all that, this stuff is actually, like, I don't know what this is called. Somebody in the comments will probably tell me what this stuff is called. But, yeah. I just think that's a really cool detail. I also have a baby Mario. Pretty cute. We have baby Luigi. Okie dokie, yay! So that's ugly baby Peach! I don't know what it is about this baby Peach, but I do not like it. But I'm not getting another one because why? I don't know, I'm stubborn. Anyway, I just don't like this crown material on baby Peach, and like the arms kind of like put on wrong, and she's not really that soft, especially when I compare her to baby Daisy, who is significantly better in terms of a plush quality. Now you get out of here, but before I do you see the crown difference? You get to see the crown difference. This is a much better crown. Anyway, I'm probably gonna do that again where I rant, aren't I? Once again, just because Rosalina's awesome, I got baby Rosalina because, you know, it's adorable, why not? So, we'll just put it here real quick. I have a Power Star plushie. And giant, like, red shell pillow. It's so squishy. Here we have the Bob-omb Buddy. I got this plush with a Bob-omb. Here is Nabbit the rabbit. I like Nabbit actually. I also like the bag. And also, to answer the age-old question of what's under the mask. Oh! There's nothing under the mask. There's nothing at all. And now we get to talk about Yoshis. So I have a Yoshi egg. I'm just gonna throw that here now because, yeah. What's in that egg? It's a Yoshi. This is my main Yoshi. He's very old, but somehow he's still staying strong. Here we have Red Yoshi. Orange Yoshi. Yellow Yoshi. Small blue Yoshi. Which is a kind of a different type of Yoshi, I'm not sure. You can kind of like see like this one has like lines on the top. And, like a different type of shell. And, you know, it's smaller. Like for example, here's Pink Yoshi. You can see how Pink Yoshi is taller. Pink Yoshi is the same height as red, orange, yellow, and green. And then we have Big Blue Yoshi, who is a bit taller than these other Yoshis. So, anyway, yeah. I have my favorite Yoshi, purple. I don't know why, just this one's my favorite of all the plushies. We have white Yoshi. And last but not least, black Yoshi, who is the same type as the Big Blue Yoshi. Here's Birdo. And yeah, I have another green Yoshi for no reason. I don't know why this Yoshi is so weird. But I just have it. We have Donkey Kong, King of the Jungle. I actually like this guy. Another one of my favorite Nintendo characters. I don't know why I like this one so much, but Diddy Kong. I really like Diddy Kong. I don't know what it is. Favorite Donkey Kong character ever. One of my favorite characters in Smash Bros. As well, which was funny. Anyway, I love this plush especially because of how like movable the arms and the legs are, even the tail. I also just like the little Nintendo cap and the shirt. I really like Diddy Kong. Oh boy. Here's Wario. A character I had no idea what I was doing with until I made Among Us, and then it's like, oh, there's a good character for Wario. In reality, I never really knew what to do with Wario, and then kind of slowly started to understand what I wanted to do. But yeah, I really like this guy. Fun fact about Wario. He is the first plush I've shown off that did not come from Amazon. He actually was from eBay. I pretty much never order anything off of eBay. So, yeah. And here we have Waluigi. I don't think that this is not an official Waluigi. I need to get an official Waluigi at some point, but yeah, for right now, this is what I've got. He has a pretty good plush, all things considered. I just kind of want the official one. Because, like, you can see where, like, this isn't really connected to his actual glove. These aren't, like, the same thing as the official ones. It's got pretty poor, like, stitching on him. His legs, you kind of see, like, where there's visible, like, outside stitching. Also the nose, like, it's kind of floppy. You know, this Waluigi's starting to fall apart. And there's even, like, the mustache is kind of not really on right, and especially this part. But, yeah, I'll probably still use them until I get the new one. I really do need to get the new one, don't I? Yeah, probably will. Hey, we moved on from Mario's allies and other people. Anti-heroes? Yes, occasional allies. Call Wario and DK what you will, and they're little partners. But now we move on to his actual enemies, the Koopa army, and starting, of course, you know, the King of Koopas. This is not an official Bowser, but he works, so I'll probably be using him a little longer until I actually feel like getting the official thing. All things considered, this isn't a bad Bowser at all. It's just kind of, like, the only thing I don't like about this one is this face. I don't know what it is. Like, when he's looking like this, he actually looks menacing, but when you actually look at him with his mouth, he almost looks, like, derpy. Especially, like, when you look at him from the top. Like, it's just, like, bro, you're not scary. Stop trying to be. We have, two Bowser Jr.'s. This one I'm just using as a baby Bowser, and here's the actual Bowser Jr. This plush is one of my worst of all time. Look at the stomach. Look at the fading on the feet. This shell. Ugh. Not to mention the eyebrows are like close to coming off. Like I'm very gently kind of pulling at them, and I already heard like a tiny little rip. Hey, you are an awful plush. Ugh. And here is the bib. Came with it. Even that is garbage. Get out of here. I just yeeted that Bowser Jr. across the room. Anyway, and here's the official, or not the official one. I don't even think this one's official. I have no idea, but all I know is the shell is actually okay, and the feet aren't horrible. They actually don't fade away in a day. And the bib actually looks good. And the eyebrows. He actually kind of looks a little menacing, minus the fact that, you know, it's Bowser Jr. He's really not that scary to begin with, no matter how much you try to make him look mad. And now I've just made him look depressed. Before we move to some of my favorite characters, we have to talk about this abomination of a dry Bowser. I do not like it. Why is the shell red? Why is he gray? What? They predicted Fury Bowser before Fury Bowser became a thing. I seriously need to turn this into Fury Bowser because that would actually be pretty cool. I won't even lie. And also, this character exists literally nowhere in the Mushroom Kingdom, but sure. Make him anyway, why don't you? Dry Bowser Jr. can be seen in Super Mario Plush Episode 5. Compared to that abomination of a plush, for Dry Bowser, we have an actually good one. Oh my goodness, I love this Dry Bowser. I don't know what it is, but something about this plush in particular is just so good. I love the eyes. I like the open mouth, the jaw. I really like the rib cage. I also like the heavy, big old feet. And the shell, it's not all red. Even the tail is pretty good. And I also like the hair as well. One of my favorite plushies that I own. You all know who's about to come up. It's the Koopalings. And we start with Larry. Sad thing about Larry is that he had a rip right here in his neck one time. Other than that, as Larry's a survivor. Next up is Morton Koopa Jr. The stupid one, but I still like him. I like that you can open the mouth, actually. That's pretty cool. No, don't eat the camera, Morton. Don't eat the... And then we have the Koopaling I really don't care that much for, Wendy. She's the only one of the group that I don't really like that much. But, hey, I still use her in videos, because, you know, she's a member of the family. Here's Iggy Koopa, the crazy scientist. I like the shell a lot. And, of course, I like the glasses, too. And, you know, I like the fact that he's a little bit more movable in the arms. That's pretty nice. Sadly, his hair used to always stand up like this, but then one day it just kind of started to flop. Like, I don't know if you've ever noticed that on a Negi plush, but that happens all the time. So you're probably wondering, wait, how is it standing up right now if you just said that yours started to flop over? Well, me and my mom, thanks Mom by the way for this, took a metal little stick thing, or I don't even remember what we did, but we had to like open up his head a bit and then put something in there so that way the hair would stay up. And now he actually will continue to look like Iggy, and he won't have like a weird, crazy hairstyle. The next Koopaling I'm about to talk about, oh boy. I've got something to say about Roy. First off, this plush, why are his glasses like this? I'm not sure if that's supposed to be right. But also, my man, you have no eyeballs unless they're right there. Which would mean they are right here on the glasses. That is weird. Also, like, they aren't... I had to make these black myself. Like, they were red at first. Like, they were the same color as these on the outside. I had to take, like, a black... I'm not even sure what I used, but I just remember I had to fill these in to make them black. And the same logic applies to the wand. It was gray on the inside. But otherwise, not a bad plush, just came to me in poor condition. Moving on, we have the cutest Koopaling, Lemmy. I like Lemmy. He's probably my third favorite under Iggy and Ludwig himself. I like the ponytail. I also like these stripes and the hair. Pretty great. Also, if I really wanted to, I could like do Lemmy is possessed now. You can't see. I mean, yes, you can. Hang on. Lemmy is possessed. Ooh. And then, oh no, now he's not. Yay! And then, of course, we have Ludwig. Fun fact about Ludwig, he was my very first plush ever. Of all of the plushies in my collection, he was the first. And he's held up better than some of the new ones. I suppose it's called luck. Don't do that. I said don't do that! Anyway. I really like the hair on him. The shell looks really detailed. And the arms, of course. I'm allowed to do the oh from the games. And yeah, the wand. I really like Ludwig. Next up, we have some of Bowser's elite troops. Starting with, of course, the wizard himself, Kamek. I like Kamek. He's fun to voice. I also like how under his cloak is just void. Like there's nothing down there, just, you know, void. Solid, dark matter is what makes up of Kamek's body. Here we have the Mad Lad Boom Boom. I like this plush. I also like, you can actually have him, like, swing his arms around. That's very cool. There, now he's doing what he does in the boss fight, which is just swing his arms wildly and hopes he hits someone. Considering how big they are, you know, he might hit someone, but chances are you'll just till he's down. Now, I'm not sure if this is his sister or girlfriend in the games, but in my little universe, she is his sister. Enter Pom Pom. I genuinely do wonder what, like, who Boom Boom and Pom Pom are sometimes, like, related to each other. But I've always just assumed they were siblings because, you know, Boom Boom and Pom Pom, like, that just seems a little bit too coincidence. But anyway, this is also a very good plush. The only downside is I don't like these little, like, they're supposed to be the beads for her hair. I'm not sure what they actually are. But they kind of, like, they catch a lot of dirt and they kind of start to deform a bit. Also, she's literally got a banana for hair. Like, I'm just saying, that kind of looks like a banana if you squint at it. And then, of course, we have the lovable goofball Petey Piranha. Hello! I'm Petey! Hello! And Petey number 2, because you can never have too much Petey. Yay! Now, quick question in the comments below. Answer if you want, or, I don't know, somewhere. Which plush is better? Petey number 1 or Petey number 2? You guys answer which one you guys like more. And that's the one I will start using in videos. Now we move on to Bowser's actual minions. Starting with all the enemies from Mario Bros. 1, we have the Goomba. We have Koopa Troopa. We have Paratroopa, who used to have a little thing on the head. I could hold him up, and then it snapped off one day, which makes me sad, but I still very much like this plush. Hop, 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 hop. And now fly away. We have Cheep Cheep. Cheep Cheep da fish. Here we have Blooper. Here we have Piranha Plant. Plant Gang. Sad little story about this one. The little thing in the middle also got snapped off, so Piranha Plant actually was detached from his pipe for a while, and we had to put him back in, which was sad. We basically did exactly what we did with Iggy's hair. So, yeah. Of course, we have the bigger piranha plant, who I just call Carnage, because I don't know, I always figured that was a good name for something this size. I very much like this puppet. Unfortunately, it got a little rip here, but I'm sure I'll be able to stitch it up soon. In the meantime, I'm just gonna keep him around. Also, fun fact, I use this guy a lot as just a pipe. Yeah, now you recognize it, don't you? Because I don't know where to put this enemy now. I also have this, which is another puppet. Just because, I just showed off, Carnage, so might as well go ahead and show off the squid. This was the enemy in episode 7, I believe. This was the mid-boss in that episode. I used him as basically a kraken. We have Buzzy Beetle. Yeah. Because, I actually really like this plush. And fun fact, I got Buzzy Beetle at the same time as this Bullet Bill. Beep beep, coming through. We have the most annoying Mario enemy in all of history, Lakitu. Lakitu used to have this on his arm, but I cut it off because I thought it looked stupid. And, yeah. Well, I thought I lost this little spiny egg one time, but it turns out one of my friends was being funny and hid it in the cloud. There is a little space down underneath Lakitu, because, if I cut Lakitu off, you would see, it kind of ends here. And there's, a little pouch down there for some reason. Yeah, one of my friends actually hid the egg down in there, and I could not find it, and I thought I lost it until one day I realized, hey, wait a minute. Would Lakitu have the egg? It was a stupid thought at first, until I actually, lifted Lakitu up and saw it hiding in there. I was so angry. Spiny eggs, they all have to hatch, and this is what comes out. The actual spinies themselves. Kind of find it funny that Spiny doesn't really have a mouth. I have one of my favorite Mario Bros. Enemies ever. At least, and the last of the original enemies, we have Hammer Bro, one of my favorites, like I just said. I don't know what it is about Hammer Bro, but I love him. And this is one of my most rare plushies of all time. I believe I said that in one of my Q&A videos. I'm not sure which one. But one of them, like I said that. Now I'm moving on to Mario Bros. 2 enemies, which I have 3 of. This unofficial bomb, I need to get the official one at some point, but I'm just too lazy to right now. And of course we have Pokey. And we have one of the most iconic Mario enemies, the Shy Guy. Moving on, we have enemies from Super Mario Bros. 3, and we start off with the Boomerang Bro. Again, this is not an official plush, but I like him just the same. We also have the Paragoomba. I like that this one also kind of has a mouth like Cheep Cheep. My normal Goomba doesn't, but the Paragoomba has this little thing in the mouth. I'm not sure what it is. It makes it openable. Make it go, not one, but 2 chain chomps. Because you can never have too much chain chomp, am I right? Next up we have Boo. One of the spooky enemies of the Mario world. We have another one of my favorite Mario enemies, Dry Bones. I love this plush. Why is it it's always the skeletons that I like so much, huh? I love Dry Bowser, and I love Dry Bones. What more can I say? We have another pillow, Thwomp. And wrapping up for Mario Bros. 3, we have Spike the Lizard. Also has a Like, they even put, like, the red inside the mouth. It's pretty cool. And, of course, we have a few Mario Bros. World enemies, starting with the Fuzzies. I actually like this plushie. Pretty cool. Only problem is, it collects so much dirt. It's annoying! We have Monty Mole. This is an unofficial version as far as I know, and the official version is super, super rare, so I'm stuck with this guy pretty much. Next up we have Wiggler. One of the cutest Mario enemies, yet also one of the most dangerous. I really wish they made an angry Wiggler plush. That would just be super cool. But as it is, this Wiggler plush is really adorable. And now, waddle away, waddle waddle. And he waddled away, waddle waddle. Well, I said he, but Wiggler is actually a she in my universe, so... Sorry, Wiggler.
Yeah, it's fine. Hug!
No, don't hug the camera. Wiggler, stop! So I have Mecha Koopa. Another really cool plush, actually. I'm very happy they made him into a plushie. Also, there you go. Porcupuffer. At this point, I'm just showing off the last 3 Mario villains I have. And this is one of them, Porcupuffer. I don't know which game he came from. I assume New Super Mario Bros. It's either that one or New Super Mario Bros. Wii, probably. I know he was in Mario Bros. Wii, so it's either that one or maybe he was in New Super Mario Bros. I'm not sure. I'll probably go back and double check. Next up we have Dino Piranha, because I adore Mario Galaxy, as I said, and when I found out this guy existed, I wanted it! And yeah, he's actually not horrible for a custom. He's missing all the white dots on the back of his head. There's like missing spikes that are supposed to be here, and the chest is the wrong color, but it's still a pretty decent plush, all things considered. And I very much loved making that fight with him, like having to take the sound effects and from the actual game. That was very fun to do. I'm very satisfied with that one. Next up we have the last of Bowser's enemies, the Bomb Brother. And boy, is he cool. I like the little bomb in his hand. I like this open hand, and I just very much like him. Overall, I think he's very cool. And also, let's just say, if you recognize this sound, yeah, you know who he is. Now I'm done talking about Mario characters, and I'll move on to literally everything else, starting with other Nintendo characters, and we'll go ahead and do Kirby, because I love Kirby. And here is the pink puffball in all of his glory. Here we have a Beetle Kirby power-up plush. I actually kind of like this thing. I like the horn, and the details on the back, this little bit. I do like this. I like Kirby's little angry expression. It's very adorable. And a friend gave me this as a Christmas present, so thanks, man. Next up, we have the Knight of Dreamland Meta Knight. I actually really like this plush minus 2 details. One, the sword is in the thing, and therefore he can't hold it, which is sad. And the other detail I don't love about this plush is this mask has a really weird shape to it. Like on both sides. I'm not sure, it just looks off to me, but everything else about this plush is pretty great. You see, it's a little strap here, which I think is a pretty nice detail. Up we have the name you should know, it's King Dedede. I really like the little, I want to call it like a cape or a robe. I'm not really sure what to call it, but I really like it. It's like the little symbol. I kind of like Dedede's face. And also he's very big, which is, I guess, kind of understandable considering it's Dedede we're talking about, but I don't know. I need to get a Waddle Dee and Waddle Doo, but for right now this is the only Kirby enemy I have, and it's Chef Kawasaki. And I said enemy, not boss. There is a difference. I do actually like this plush. Up we have some of Kirby's best friends. We have Rick the Hamster. I love Rick. I don't know why, I just love Rick. Next up we have Coo. very, very fluffy belly, and I love that. And it's like his little, feet. I don't know what they're called. One problem about this plush. The wing. As you can see, there's like a little bit of stitching here. That's because this part tore right off. The last of the animal trio is kinda fish. I have nothing to say other than he is a fish. And now we move on to some of Kirby's bosses. Starting with Magalore, who actually, funny enough, was my second Kirby character that I ever owned. And I adore him. He is easily one of my favorite characters I've ever had. And I only plan on making him better and better. Because what can you go wrong with Magalore for? Next up is the French spider, Taranza. One thing I do like about this plush is the details on his hands. And overall, he is pretty soft. One thing I don't like is that the inside of his cape is this. And like on Taranza's actual design as a character, it's more like a purplish violet kind of color. But other than that, this plushie is pretty great. I got this plush with King Dedede, funny enough. Susie. I like Susie. One thing I don't like about this plush is the hands. I don't like the hands. Not because it's like I hate the pose or anything, but it's because this fell off. Yeah, that's right. Her hand fell off. The stitching came undone. That is sad. But I still like this plushie a lot just because it is pretty fun to like have move around. Or if I'm holding it like from below, I can kind of just like have her head shake when she talks, which is cute. We have the maniacal jester Marks, who has a pretty cool little hat. Bring up the Kirby characters, we have DeRoach. I love this plush. For Kirby characters, I really need a Waddle Dee, Waddle Doo, and Gooey. And then I'm probably going to be done for a little while, I'm not sure. Moving on to other Nintendo icons, we have Toon Link. I used to refer to him as Link before I had the actual Breath of the Wild Link, who now I refer to that as Link, and I refer to this as Toon Link. Confusing, but it's pretty easy to understand. And also, I took the shield off of his back, and now he can actually kind of like, if I put it on right, you can kind of wear it like an actual shield. Here, let's see if I can actually get this on. And there we go. See? Now you can actually wear it like a shield, which I think is pretty cool. And also, he is small in comparison to Breath of the Wild Link, who is like twice his size. Speaking of which, here's Breath of the Wild Link. I actually really like this plush. I've never really been into Legend of Zelda much, but I love this plush. Like the hair. I love all the tiny little details. I'll talk more about him in this video, which is when I unboxed him. So yeah. Moving on, I'm just going to talk about Pokemon. Here's Pikachu. I like this Pikachu plushie. It's pretty cool. The tail used to like kind of be stitched up back here, but then it came loose, and I don't feel like stitching it back on because why? I guess I'll just show these two since I just showed off Pikachu. We have this little keychain, I think, of Pikachu in a Mario suit. It's adorable. It's really, really, really tiny, but it's still adorable. It also had the same tail problem. And it has a brother, Luigi. Thankfully, this one's tail didn't come undone. But hey, now this one can use it as a pogo stick, or it can just stand tall above his brother. And of course, we have Jigglypuff, who also took me a long time to get, because I was just once again too lazy to buy it for a while. I only own 3 Pokemon plushies, and this is the last one, Rayquaza. He is big. Look how big he is. He can just slowly move across the screen. I don't know what this stuff is that makes him so bendy, but it's really cool. Yeah, as you can tell, big. And Rayquaza is my favorite Pokemon ever, so yeah. And now we move on to Star Fox. Fun fact, Fox McCloud here was the first character I ever owned that wasn't a Mario character. So I think that's pretty neat. Next up we have Falco Lombardi. And here we have Peppy Hare. Well, also known as, Mr. Do a Barrel Roll. Now they just need to make Slippy Toad, and then the collection is complete. But right now they're just kind of sitting with the 3. Next up is Olimar. I don't own any Pikmin plushies right now. I'm probably gonna get like a red Pikmin at the least. And that might be it, I'm not sure. Next up, here's Marth. I like the cape on him a lot. And this is the only Fire Emblem character I own right now. And then we have an Animal Crossing plushie in the form of Isabelle. Adorable, I know. And I love the bells. It's adorable. That's just an adorable little touch about Isabelle. However, Isabelle is not the only Animal Crossing character I own. I also own a Tom Nook plush, who I plan on using for a video soon. And of course, I can't not talk about them because one of them is literally my favorite character, and also everyone's favorite character on my channel, or at least feels like it. Callie! Everyone loves Callie. I perfectly get why. I love the little tentacles, especially one detail I used to hate was that this tentacle was longer, but actually looking at it on the actual design of Callie, that's actually intentional, and I find that so cool when I actually go back to look at it. And I don't know what this is, but it's cute as well. Everything about Callie is so detailed, and I feel like their dress is actually shining in comparison to Marie, who seems to have like kind of died off. Like the dress just seems to not shine anymore, which is odd. But either way, I adore this plush. One of my favorites. Speaking of Marie, here she is. I also love this one as well. I admit the hair sometimes like has this problem where it kind of like does this, and I have to kind of flatten it out myself. But otherwise, it doesn't bother me. I do notice that her dress is kind of lost its shine, which is unfortunate. But other than that, I have no complaints. Oh, what's this? I'm done talking about Nintendo characters, and now I can move on to other iconic video game characters that are owned by different companies like Xbox or Sega. Yeah. Here's Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, I do own him. I finally got him after so long. He's finally here. He's pretty awesome too. I also plan on using him for a video soon. Next up is Banjo-Kazooie. I love this guy and gal. I love the little stuff on Kazooie's wings. Like I don't know what kind of texture this is, but it's very soft. Or not soft, it just feels nice. And also, I do like this little tuft of hair on Banjo's head. And all the little details on his chest. It's all just incredibly cool. Here we have another newer character, Ryu, from Street Fighter. I, just like Sonic, plan on using for a future video. I really like the kind of hair on him. And I think this is the same, like, it's a very similar texture to what they used on Kazooie's wings for his eyes and eyebrows. And that's cool. I do like the position of his arms. Makes it look like he's always ready for a fight. Here is my absolute newest character I own. Period. Minecraft Steve. Speaking of Minecraft, I have a lot of Minecraft plushies, but Steve is the first one. And honestly, this plush is so awesome. They had no right to make this plush so good. I mean, it's a little tall. Just a little tall. But, other than that, it's pretty great. And I like the movability of the arms and everything. And fun fact, on his hand here, you can see like a little bit, I think that's like a Velcro material. That's because it came with this pickaxe, which also has the same thing on it. And, boom. Now he's going to go mining for a while. See you, Steve. I own four other Minecraft characters, but three of them are very little. There's this little dog. It's pretty cute. A little dolphin. A little baby ender dragon. I like the wings a lot on this one. And the eyes. And this very big, I'm not sure what the name of this one is. I think it's called a bloom shroom. That's definitely not right, is it? I don't know what I knew its name at one point and now I've forgotten. But I just call it the giant golden cow, or I've nicknamed it to Lucky now because I don't know. I just think it's a very cool plushie. It's very big but very cool. Now I move on to Plants vs. Zombies plushies. Or, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and say this now. I'm moving on to indie characters. So that's pretty awesome. First up, we have Pea Shooter. Here is Sunflower. Very cute plush, I like the petals. Here we have more of an original character to the channel, but Whack-A-Jackaroo. Razy! Huh. And last but not least, we have Coney. Yeah. I grew up watching a lot of Luigi fan, and I got this plush because Coney was hilarious, and I probably am going to have my own Coney. Probably based on Luigi fan's version, but maybe with a few little differences. Not sure how I want to handle this character. And next up we have, oh my goodness, it's Sans Undertale! Yeah, it's Sans Undertale. One thing I find pretty cool is that I can actually take off this little, like, jacket. That's pretty cool. And another thing I've noticed, he has a little mark here. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be, like, a reference to, like, him in the genocide route, where that's kind of, like, where he took the damage or something, but oh well. Other than a few little stitching problems, I really like this plush. I especially like that he can either just not wear the hood at all, or he can just decide, no, it's too chilly out, and just wear the hood. That's pretty cool. We have my favorite Undertale character, Papyrus. I love Papyrus. He's hilarious and so nice and just amazing. And this plush is pretty great too. One thing I don't like is the scarf. I don't know why the scarf kind of does this, but it doesn't bother me that much. We have a custom plush I made myself of Mettaton, my second favorite Undertale character. I don't know why, but I adored Mettaton in every scene he was in. He's very tall, unfortunately. So, like, he's very tall. Like, he's taller than any other plush I've owned. Even Minecraft Steve, which is shocking. But other than that, still incredible. I don't know what else to say about him. Ah, jeez, he's too tall. Bring it up for Undertale. I have an Undyne plush, which I got recently, and she is awesome. On we have Baldi from Baldi's Basics. I was hoping to get a playtime, but I can't seem to find any. Maybe I'll get the bully one day. I don't know. Next up we have Bendy. Or Ink Bendy, I guess, or Demon Bendy, whatever you want to call him. I wanted to get a normal Bendy, but this was cheaper, so I just kind of got it, and I've been stuck with him. Now I suppose I'll move on to another iconic indie series, Cuphead. One of my favorite video games of all time. For collector's sake, I ended up getting this black and white Cuphead plush, and I haven't used it at all. I don't know even if, like, what I would use it for, to be fair. But we have Mugman. I like this plush a lot. I like him better than Cuphead. I don't know why. Next up we have the Devil. I love this plush. I like his character a lot too. And don't worry, I'm putting him in a video very, very soon. We have his right-hand man, King Dice. Next up, a legendary Chalice plush. We have the Dancing Flower, Cagney Carnation, my favorite Cuphead plush. At least in terms of a plush. I love him. Next up is the fan favorite of the Cuphead franchise, Everyone seems to love Cala Maria. And I understand why. She is one of the coolest boss fights in the game. Oh, and, her design, but... Come on. It's kind of a pathetic reason. I don't love this tail. I don't know why they went with this approach. I guess she can sit better now, but it's really not by much. And she also just feels like there's not much stuffing in the body compared to the head, which is weird. But otherwise, it's still a really good plush. Other than the Devil Cuphead and Mugman, Rumor was the first plush I collected of set 2. So like, of the second set of plushies from Cuphead. This was the one I discovered. I found her in a Target, and I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool. I didn't know they were making more of these. At first, I thought it was fake, and then I went online and I found out, oh no, they made Cagney, Briny, Calla, Dyson, Chalice, and Puphead. Yeah, I was very happy about that. Next up, we have, Briny Beard. I adore pirates, so yeah, probably why I like Briny Beard so much, but I really don't feel like he's a very good character. I need to give him something, but I'm struggling. And wrapping it up, we have a Puphead plush. I don't know why they made Puphead, but you know what, it's cool anyway. For the last of the indie franchises, we have Five Nights at Freddy's, starting with... Freddy, you can't just do that. Fine, whatever. Guess you can get away with it. But yeah, I love this plush. I actually own 2 Freddys. And here's the other one. It's big. And I do not like it. It has derpy eyes, kind of a bent ear, and this top hat is made out of something weird. And this bow tie. Oh, this plush is so bad. But I think I could probably think of a good use for it. We have Bonnie the Bunny. Oop. And here we have Chica the Chicken. My least favorite of the core 4. It's my favorite of the core 4, Foxy the Pirate. Fox. I love this guy. And also, I tried to get the official version, but I ended up getting scammed. But, I mean, I made this plush work. Golden Freddy. Its eyes weren't always black, but I made them black to make it creepier. And yeah, it's a pretty decent plush, all things considered. Of course, I gotta throw him in somewhere. Neo Knight himself, since he's based on Foxy, so this is probably a good time to throw him in. Fun fact, this was not the original Neo Knight. This was. And now I don't know what to do with it. I found this guy on a park. Like, I found him in a park, just kind of alone. And I took him home with me. Like, no one was around. He was just abandoned. And I felt so bad, so I took it home. I mean, plus, it's a pretty great plush. Yeah, but then I bought this one because it looked nicer and I liked the colors better. But I'm still finding a use for you. Next up, from Angry Birds, we have my last video game character, Chuck. Specifically, Space Chuck. Fun fact, on Amazon he's $47, but I bought him for $2 at a local store, so that's pretty cool. Next up, I have 4 plushies that really don't fall into a video game category. I have Perfect Cell from Dragon Ball, because I loved that villain, and I loved watching Dragon Ball Z when I was younger. And I started with the Cell Saga, funny enough, so I just thought it'd be cool. And no, I do not own any other DBZ plushies. Maybe one day I'll get like a Goku or something. Next up, I have this very big Mickey Mouse. Because why not have a Mickey Mouse? And I have this very big Peep. Because again, why not? And for the absolute final plushie I have in this entire collection, Siren Head. I've always loved like the little stories about this guy, so I just thought it'd be cool to own one. It is a really cool plushie. I just have no idea where I'm gonna use it. And that is my entire plush collection for right now. Probably going to get more eventually, but for right now this is where it's at. Now, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, I think you know what you need to do. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, and all that fun stuff. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!